Hey guys, it is Mike from Baltimore Rides here. I am wrapping up, well, not really. I'm kind of wrapping up my Wednesday, the 13th of September video here. And I'll tell you why I'm making the video now. It is actually September 14th, about 1:30 in the morning. However, I'm on my way back from Centerville, Virginia to DC. I took a customer, late night long ride all the way out to Centerville where he lives. And, so the 20 or 30 minute ride back to DC, I felt like this was a great time to kind of give you guys a check-in. So from a numbers standpoint, I'm at about 185 in fare, and that's actually 140 with Uber and about 40 with Lyft, like 44 with Lyft. And so I'll tell you why I ended up turning my Lyft app on. It kind of dried up around 12:30. It was starting to feel a little bit slow. There was a little bit of lag in between trips, and I sort of felt like, okay, now is the time when I don't need to be impatient. I can just turn on my app, and if something comes from either one, I'll take it. So I've only done 2 trips with Lyft today. I did a $10 trip earlier in the day, and then I just did this $30 trip to Centerville. So, but I'm okay with that, guys. I've got, they updated the Quest, so it's 30 trips gets you $60. 70 trips, I think it is, gets you 110. That's between now and 4 a.m. Friday, which really means it's today and Thursday. I'm not at 30 trips, so I'm not even at the halfway point. So it's going to be a little bit of a long road to climb to get that. And I should have known this was coming, because this was kind of reminiscent of the first Quest that I got. It was very much a, short notice kind of event. And it's really just a short notice for me. I took Monday off, and then, like I said, Tuesday I did a half day, and I stayed in the Baltimore area. So, had I really worked all week, that would be in the bag. But, my own schedule has made it kind of a hill to climb. But I think I'm going to make it. I'm confident that if I just put my nose to the grindstone, it's only 1:30. I'll be back in DC by 1:45, 1:50. I should be able to do at least another 5 trips tonight. That would get me close to 30. And then tomorrow's just going to have to be a beast. I'm just going to have to really rock and roll tomorrow. But it's Thursday, and that's a big day in the city. So a lot of people drink on Thursday nights. So I'm confident. I really am. But, that's kind of where I wanted to touch base, give you guys a math update on how I'm doing. I'm racking my brain how to get you guys some sort of video where you can actually see screenshots of my app. Right now I'm doing everything on my Galaxy S8. It's the phone I use for obviously my driving, but it also has really excellent video quality, both on the face-to-face camera, the face-mounted camera, which is the one I'm using now, and and the forward-mounted camera, which I never use, so unless I'm taking pictures of the kids or something. But it's a really high-quality camera. It records video in high def. It's just an amazing phone from a technological standpoint, and that's why I'm able to make these really high-definition videos for you guys that are not really crappy, grainy pictures. But I'm trying to figure out a way. I have one more line available on my Sprint account. I might add another line in and then just pick myself up another phone, and something that's not super expensive, that can eventually become a line for my son when he gets a little bit older. He's not ready for a phone yet, but it'll be kind of like a placeholder. And in the meantime, I can use that for video and whatnot. It's kind of an idea that I'm toying with, but right now, that's kind of something that's on the table for consideration. Because not that anybody really cares. I don't think you guys doubt my numbers. because I tell you good and bad. But I think it would be really great to be able to show you guys more than just the dollars. That's wonderful and all, but that just feels like me tooting my own horn, and that's not really what it's about. I'd like to be able to show you, maps. I'd like to be able to show you, my Boost, the area maps for Boost and Quest, so you guys can kind of see what I'm seeing. Those things are really the things I would love to show you. So, I'm working on it. You guys have to be a little bit patient with me because I suck at technology. I really do. It's just a learning curve for me. Not something I'm strong with. I'm not a computer guy by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I'm not, I'm artistic. I can use Photoshop and I can do wonderful things with digital imaging, but when it comes to this kind of editing video and all that weird stuff, I'm a stranger in a strange land, guys. I'm figuring this stuff out as I go. So be patient with me. I promise I'll get better at it. And tell me if you guys want to see other things, if you want to see my car set up, or if you want to see my camera set up, or, whatever. Let me know kind of what things you're curious about that I haven't already talked about, a dozen times or more in all the months that I've been doing this. But, just to give you kind of a basics on how my night went, I got into the city around 3:30, 4 o'clock. Did not really get a lot of activity. I actually went to Reagan, and believe it or not, the queue at Reagan was 75 on Uber and something ridiculous with Lyft. And I said, screw this, and I bugged out. I left, went right to the city, immediately started getting hits just like that, and I just rocked and rolled in the city. A little bit later on in the evening, the airport queue had died down, and I did a couple trips out of the airport. I think I did 3 or 4 today. Most of them were when I was nearby the airport and there was surge. Reagan will get surge from time to time. I've gotten a couple 1.5s out of there, some 1.4s. So, they actually will get a little bit of surge every now and then. And I don't know if that's demand or if that's just the weird people at the Reagan parking lot that don't have their app on, or I don't know what they're doing. I really don't. I sometimes scratch my head. You pull into the parking lot and the queue says 20 and there's 150 freaking cars in the lot. And you're just thinking to yourself, what the hell are all these people doing? Are they sleeping in their car? Or what are they doing? So look, I don't know. If you understand why there's so many cars in the lot and all these people are just standing around smoking and joking and not taking calls, and you get in there and get a ride within 5 minutes and then are pulling out, that's a mystery I haven't figured out. Now, a lot of them are black vehicles. A lot of them are XL, which is the big minivan vehicles. And so, maybe there's a bit of a delay for those queues that the regular car queues do not have. That might be part of it. But literally, I think some of these people just hang out there, chatting with their buddies and stuff. And more power to you if that's your thing. I'm here to make money, guys. So I don't get it. Just don't get it. So I did a couple jobs out of the airport. But really, I mainly just bounced around downtown. And, it was productive for the most part. I didn't even get to U Street. I've tried several times. But every time I set my destination for U Street, I end up just getting rides on the way there. So, that's a great sign when you're trying to get to your fishing grounds and you're getting work before you even get there. That tells you that the business is there. And it's been pretty steady today. I'm not going to lie. It has been pretty steady. For a Wednesday night, I'm not complaining at all. So, that's kind of that. I don't have any real revelations or anything to, going on. Lots of stuff that's, in the works. I would love to say I have, some leads on this whole, diet thing, because I definitely want to talk about that. I would love to say I know more about this interview that went down and what it's going to look like and end results. But again, I'm just in waiting mode like you guys are. So, that's kind of my plan. is to finish the night out. I think I'm going to grind for at least another hour or so. Try and get 5 or 6 more trips. I'd love to get to 30. I'm somewhere in the low 20s. So that happened. Sorry about that, guys. I got interrupted mid-video, but I got a ride request on my way back from Centerville. And, sorry, my camera's a little crooked. And ended up doing a couple rides in the, I'll be honest, I don't know where the hell I was. Somewhere in like Arlington-ish area. You know, just a couple bar closing, people heading home. You know, probably an extra $10 or so, but I got a $10 tip out of it from the one guy who was drunk as a skunk. So, you know, there you go. So I've made my number now. There's my $200, and time to set sail for home, because that's my new mantra, guys, is I'm going to make my money and then I'm going to go home. I could stay out and, you know, 25 more minutes back to the city and then drive from 2:45, 2:50 to 3 to 4, and then an hour home, and it'd be 5 a.m. by the time I limped home. Or I can get home at 3:30 and get a decent night's sleep. So that's what I'm going to do. You know, $200 a day keeps the doctor away. That's kind of the message. So I am on $495 heading for $270, and then I'm going to cut up that way, because that's kind of the way that Waze is telling me is the fastest. The last time I went this route, I had a run-in with a police officer who did not like a particular California roll I made through a blinking red light intersection that was a ghost town. So we'll see how it goes this time. Hopefully this time I don't get a stupid ticket, fingers crossed, because that was a catastrophe. So, you know, it's been a good night, guys. I will say that I'm not where I wanted to be in terms of the number of rides. This is a daunting quest goal only because they raised the ante on me. I thought it was just going to be the 30 trips for the $60, which I know I will get. And then a weekend one that starts Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, they obviously decided they wanted to just juice us a little more. And now there are 70 trips for $110. And I just am super competitive. I don't want to leave money on the table, so I really want to get 70 trips in, but I think I only have like 24. So the odds of me doing 40-something trips in one day is pretty much slim to none. I would love to say that's realistic and that I can grind that out, but 20 to 30 trips a day is a lot. 40 plus trips a day. I mean, I would have to just do a ridiculous amount of hours, and it's not my bag, guys. I'm just not into that. You know, I have a routine at home. I have a routine with my kids in the morning, getting them to school, and then I kind of come home and crash for another few hours and take a little nappy, and then I get up and get ready for my day. So, you know, coming out and working 16, 18 hours for $40 more is bad math. It's bad math, guys. It really is. It's just bad math. So, you know, not that I don't want the $50, but it's just not worth me killing myself over. That's not the process. That's not the program. So we're going to wrap it up as it is. I'm going to come out and bust my butt tomorrow, and I'm going to make my $200. I will definitely make the 60. You know, so that'll put me ahead of the game there. And then whatever weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday quest they throw at me, we will crush. I know that. But, you know, as much as it kills me, I'm not going to get the 70 trip level. And that's okay. It's okay. I'll cry a tear or two inside that I didn't get it. But, you know, but I know my limitations. So everybody have a great night. Get some sleep. And we'll attack it again tomorrow, guys. And, you know, please leave me comments if you guys are watching my videos and you want to see other content, you want me to talk about specific things, you know, whatever. You know, I will try and format myself to that and, you know, convey specific information where I can. That's really the hopes, is that I can help people that are struggling. So if you're struggling and there's something that you want me to help you with, you know, even if it's something I've never talked about, you know, give me the problem and I will wrap my head around it for you. And at least, you know, two heads are better than one. Have a great night, everybody, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.